have a lot of buyers who are always looking for fixer-uppers. While you may not be able to find the deals that you could find a few years ago, there are still some affordable fixer-uppers out there. We've had a lot of friends in the past who said they're going to the farm for the weekend, and we wanted to know what that felt like. So we got to looking around, and we looked at probably 10 or 15 different properties until we found one that we absolutely fell in love with. It's a small farm with a couple of outbuildings, a barn, and a pasture, and just an overall wonderful view all over the property. We knew it was going to take a lot of work, but we were willing to put the sweat equity into it. So we felt that there was no better place to start than in the kitchen. And to get some ideas, I started looking through magazines, through some design books, and clipping out articles. And you can do the same thing. It's simply starting your own design book. For instance, this is my design book. You start by simply taking photographs inside and out. I have here some fabrics that I've collected. I have some paint chips to show that what I want to do. And here is, this is a photograph of the wall that I would like to move, actually take down and replace it with a kitchen island. I was looking through a magazine and I found this particular island that I like, although mine will probably be a little smaller and the columns may be a little bit different. I did like those columns, and I also like this column. So I'll decide during the process which one I like best. And this is another remodeling idea that I got online. You can go online and get projects. Some of the home building supply stores have ideas, so you can also do that. And as I went through and bought my paint, your home supply store will give you a sticker that shows where you bought the paint, the number, the brand name, what type of finish it was, and then I just wrote on there that that was the paint that I had used for the kitchen, dining, and the living room. So in the future, if I need a touch-up, I can always go back and get that same paint. And they can also, they even put the mixer that they shake the paint. You'll know exactly which paint to get. And the first thing that we have to do is take this wall out, because this is where our kitchen island and bar is going to go. Before starting any demolition project, the first thing that you need is a hard hat and safety goggles. And anytime you're working around wallboard, there'll be dust, so you want to use a breathing mask. And every breathing mask is a one-size-fits-all, and gloves to protect your hands. Then the tools that you'll need. You'll need a wrecking bar, a paint scraper, a hammer, and we're going to use a screwdriver because we have some electrical things that we need to take care of first. And this piece of molding here has to come out, but it has a phone jack on top of it. We simply take this plate off first, and then you'll see that we have a couple of screws here to remove. And once the wall plate is removed, then we have another problem. Here is an electrical outlet that we have to first make sure the power is turned off, and then we need to remove. The first thing you do is locate your electrical panel, open the front door, and then locate the receptacle in question and turn it off. They're usually labeled living room receptacles, bathroom receptacles, kitchen, etc. Next, we want to make sure that the receptacle is turned off. So So you want to get something like a lamp and plug it in, or in this case we're using a shop vac, and we're going to plug it in to make sure that the power is off. Now that we're sure that the electrical breaker is off, we can begin removing our electrical outlet.
It's the next best thing to the old vegetable truck. It's Main Street Market in Chipley. Owned and operated by Paul Davidson, Main Street Market stocks the largest selection of good fresh fruits and vegetables and a whole lot more.
We sell wholesale or retail.
From fresh local milk,
that's so cheesy creamery milk,
to a complete line of Amish products, to livestock and pet food.
We now offer a full line of Seminole feed. We also carry a full line of frozen vegetables, all types of Amish cheese. We have Amish butter, that's one of our specialties.
Hey, you need it? We've got it. Top quality coastal Bermuda horse hay, year-round. Main Street Market. We're located on the corner of Highway 90 and 77 in Chipley, Florida.
When you put your customers on hold, what do they hear? Custom Messages on Hold, 850-832-8222. Didn't know who to call? Custom Messages on Hold, 850-832-8222. Your bank has it, so does your dentist, your doctor, your lawyer, your golf course, your favorite restaurant, your real estate agent, your church, and your competitor. Maybe you should have a message on hold system on your office phone. No monthly fees, just a one-time charge. Call Custom Messages on Hold, 850-832-8222.
I want to restore faith in our government. I want to restore trust in the leadership of this county, and I want to restore a relationship between the government officials and the people who vote for us. Together, we can make a difference, and I am the right guy for the job. I am James Guy, candidate for County Commissioner seat District 5, Washington County, and I approve this message.
First, remove the wall plate. The electrical outlet has two screws, one on top and one on bottom. We've got to take those two out. Once the screws are removed, you simply pull the receptacle out. But remember, we've done this many times before, so if you don't feel comfortable doing this, by all means, call your local electrician to have this done for you. And then you simply remove the wires, usually with a flathead screwdriver. Once the receptacle is removed, you want to take some wire nuts and screw them onto the wires for protection. And now we've got to remove this piece of 1x6. And what I'm doing with all this scrap wood is I have an area outside that I've designated for my scrap wood because I may want to come back and use this. It is an old farmhouse, and we may want to recycle and reuse some of the materials from this house. And up top there's a piece of 1x2 molding that we need to take down. And if you notice, once we got up here, we found that there's a top plate, a 1x6, that needs to be removed also. One thing that we're not going to try to preserve is this piece of wallboard, because it probably won't be usable when we get through anyway. But we do need to take out these exposed nails. You can either use your claw hammer or your pry bar. We're going to use the pry bar. Once all the nails are removed, we're going to start removing the old wallboard, but this is where you need to have your mask on. As you can see, we've almost removed all the wallboard from this section of the wall, and what I've done is I have hammered alongside a stud. If you're not sure how to find the stud, you just simply knock your hammer along the wallboard until you come to a solid sound, and you can tell, that's where that stud is. And you're going to start knocking a hole. And now we're ready to remove this piece. Something you may want to do is lay a drop cloth down, because you're going to have a lot of debris. Lay a drop cloth down and then just put your wallboard on it so you can just pick it up and take it outside to your trash. Now we've removed all the wallboard from this side. We've got the same thing on the other side. We're going to remove that, and then we're going to come back and we're going to show you how to remove the studs. Ta-da! I finally created the openness that I wanted, and now all we have to do is remove these studs. The only way to handle this is just to get your hammer and get into it. One thing you want to be sure and be careful is not to remove this load-bearing stud, because it does support the upper floor. There is another load-bearing stud on the other end of the wall, but we're going to leave both of these for now. Later we will come back and center them up and we will change them out, but for now we're going to leave them alone. And here we go. We've got the wall out, and now we need to move on to some other issues like caulking, because this old farmhouse has a lot of cracks that let the bugs in, so we need to take care of that. And we'll be doing that next week.
After all the flags are gone, what's the next to go? Confederate graves. Join the sons of Confederate veterans. Help fight political correctness and keep Confederate flags flying.
Hey, I turned on the television just to watch the evening news. What I saw made me want to crawl right through that tube. They were talking about a wedding, but they only showed 2 men. So I fired off an email with an invite just for them. Come on down to the farm, come on out to the barn. You won't see 2 roosters walking arm in arm. They couldn't make a chicken, they don't have an egg to hatch. When God said love your brother, I don't think he meant like that. Now in that little email, I commenced to tell them how 2 mares can't make a stallion and 2 bulls can't make a cow. Well, that takes a male and female for the species to go on. There'll be no reproduction if the plumbing is all wrong. So come on down to the farm, come on out to the barn. You won't see 2 roosters walking arm in arm. They couldn't make a chicken, they don't have an egg to hatch. When God said love your brother, I don't think he meant like that. Now we used to teach our children all about the birds and bees. Now the world is telling them do anything you please. We need to get back to the Bible, back to the gospel truth. 'Cause a million happy ganders never gonna make a single goose. So come on down to the farm, come on out to the barn. You won't see 2 roosters walking arm in arm. They couldn't make a chicken, they don't have an egg to hatch. When God said love your brother, I don't think he meant like that. When God said love your brother, I don't think he meant like that. It ain't normal. I don't care what they say, it just ain't normal. When God said love your brother, I don't think he meant like that.
If you have stories or information to share, call us or drop us a line.